Yes, this is wildlife biologist Eric Orff with the New Hampshire Fish and Wildlife YouTube channel. This is Friday, September 6, 2019. And I had already done a video about last Sunday, so 6 days ago, began the opening day of the 2019 black bear hunting season in New Hampshire. And as I've mentioned in the past, beginning in 1978, I became the first black bear biologist for New Hampshire. But my interest in black bear actually went back a little further than that. So the reason I have my camouflage on is I want to talk about my first attempt at bear hunting. This will go back to 1966, in a few months after I turned 16. And Rick Hamlet, my hunting buddy and friend, that he and I have grown up together, and are still doing that. He lives a mile from me. We decided we want to go bear hunting. So we belong to the Londonderry Fishing Game Club, and we needed some advice. So we drove over to see our friend Bill Bushy. He was the generation before us, and certainly knew a lot more about hunting than we did. So we told Bill, we want to go bear hunting. Where should we go? He said, well, you got to go north. There's no bears around Londonderry, and none around this part of the country. So you got to go north. Maybe. I think he should go up the Red Hill up in Moultonborough. And he said, I can tell you what you do. Why don't you go up and see the game warden, Dave Hammond. He lives up that way, and I know where he lives, and I'll tell you how to get to Dave Hammond's house. So this Saturday or Sunday or whatever it was, I drove. I had the vehicle, the only car between us then, so I drove up to Moultonborough to Dave Hammond's house, the game warden. He happened to be home when we knocked on the door, and we asked for some advice where to go bear hunting. Well, he was kind gentleman and kind enough to give us some instructions. He says, well, if you go down this road and go up there, you're going to see a barn. And he looked at his watch and figured, well, yeah, so-and-so, Bob Smith is going to be home right now. Go up and talk to Bob. He lives up there on Red Hill. He'll tell you where to go. So off we went. So it was mid-afternoon, I think, as I recall. We got up there and found the barn, and sure enough, he was there. So we said, well, Dave Hammond sent us up to see you about, we want to go bear hunting. Where should we go? He goes, oh, the bears have been active right up the road in the apple orchard. So we went back to and he said, you could probably walk up there, leave your vehicles here, walk up to the apple orchard and stay out there until it gets dark and a bear might come in. So as we got ready to get our rifles, I had a Marlin 30-30, and I think Rick had something like he had a gun that every time you shot, when you looked at the target, it had keyhole. The bullet had gone in sideways. So, well, that's the gun he had, and off we went. Well, as we got out of the car to head up the road, he says, the fellow says, you're not going up there like that, are you? He goes, yeah. He goes, that bear will smell you a mile away. You need to come back here. Well, it just so happens, right next to the barn was a corral where he had his workhorse that he used for logging operations. He says, you really need to disguise your smell because they can smell a human a mile away. You need to disguise your smell. He said, if I were you, I'd get some horse manure and treat yourself with some horse manure so that the bears won't be able to smell you. So Rick and I, of course, climbed into the pasture with the horse, and we began to pick up good batches of horse manure, and we rubbed it on our clothes. And I remember rolling up the pant legs and tucking some into that. And I had some pretty good pockets, so I said, I'll put some in my pockets too. So we both loaded up with horse manure, and up the road we went. Well, sure enough, we walked a half mile or so up the road to the apple orchard, and yeah, there was a lot of bear sign. There was bear poop and bear puke and broken branches, and there was a lot of bear signs. So we knew we were in bear country, and Lord, we didn't smell like a human at all anymore. No, we did not. Well, I laid down on the ground, and Rick nestled up against a tree, and we waited, and we waited. And about maybe a little after sunset, it was getting quite dark, I thought I heard something which drove the hair on the back of my hair up, and I sat up and was ready to, shoot a bear, but there was no bear. And so we ended up, it got dark, and we came home, but that was our first bear hunting adventure, where we filled our pockets with horse poop to disguise ourselves, and I bet that fella, and probably the conservation officer, game warden Dave Hammond, was still laughing for a long time afterwards. They both got us pretty good.